Just got home, found this 350X on Marketplace yesterday. I know a lot of you guys tried to get it out from under me. I know a lot of you guys, a lot of them local guys, they tried to offer them an extra little $50 or promised them the pies on the sky or told them they'll take it, no questions asked. But you know how they are, man. We showed up and got them bought, and this 250. So the 250 I've heard start briefly. The 350X I have not. So we're gonna see. It's supposed to run 350X. This one also needs some swing arm bearings. She got a little wiggle to her. It's got a plastic tank, fairly new rear plastics. This front one's got a crack in it. It's a crack in it. So somebody asked about the Bombardier the other day. Nah, I gotta go through the air filter, maybe the carb, because Parker sent it a little bit the other day. Last time we went to the river, he dipped it in once or twice. I don't know, 85 350X. I guess we'll see if it'll start up. That's what we're gonna do first. So I'm gonna start by blasting this damn mechanism over here, dude. Just gonna show them, Parker. The filter in it looks really good. There we go. One little PV blast, look at there. Work it back and forth a bit. That's what you gotta do on these old Hondas when you get them and they've been whipped. We're also rocking no brakes, which is nice. There we go. I was about to say, at this point, I think it's not even sparking. Spark plug cap. We're gonna spray in there, show them that spark plug. It's all dirty. Before you pull that out, oh boy, spark plug, spark plug. Alright, that looks filthy. But, Parker, go over there on the other side. I want you to give it a kick. First time I turn off the fuel switch in case it's just flooded. I don't want it to spark. It's going to be easy to kick. I got the plug up. Again, hold the throttle into it. All the way open on the throttle. One more time. Alright, one more. Sounds like, ooh. That's a good color, boys. That's the color you never want to see right there. All right, hold on now. We're getting a spark, so we're going to try a new one. And I don't think this is proper. So let me confirm that. DPR 80A.
DR.
Let me look here again. So I didn't have the right spark plug, and the plug that was in it wasn't the right one, but I cleaned it up because it will work. It's just a little lower heat range or higher heat range. Then I'm gonna drain the bowl real quick, and it wasn't looking good. So let's get that tool out of the way. Yeah, look at that fuel, boys. It's like a nice yellow. At least it's getting fuel. Barely, look at that. Yeah, that carb's filthy, dudes. On this position, it seems to run a little faster, but that's not going to be getting enough fuel to run. We have a plug cleaning, and we tried to clean out we tried to drain the carburetor a little bit. Okay, dude, so it doesn't want the throttle, and that carb's definitely dirty. We're gonna pull this tank off and go through it, I guess. Get up in there, dudes. We're gonna go ahead and pull the tank on this too. I'm gonna get the right spark plug for it. Not gonna be today, I don't think, but we are gonna clean the carburetor. All right, pass her to me. Grab this bolt right here, boy. That plastic's attached to the tank. Oops, grab that bolt. Get out. So it should come with it. Yep, see? All we got to do now to unattach is the fuel line, which we're going to replace. Let's go ahead and dike it off. Reagan, get me the cutters out of there. If this spills, Reagan, get a rag and wipe it up. Yeah, get us a rag, son. You can actually put the Phillips in that. Remember, put it back in here. Tell me when you got it loose, boy. There to get the back end loose. It's already off, actually. Look at there. And then the cool thing is, y'all probably thought I was lying. And yeah, I might have to clean up the snorkel and the air box, but look, man, this got to make you feel good. Them new air filters got to make you feel good, boys. Before you buy a machine, always look at the air filter. Get a good idea of what you're dealing with and what kind of maintenance has been done to it, what kind of Earl's in it or not. Both hands pulled straight backward. Because if you go sideways, you'll break that rubber boot. Straight backward toward my hand.
Yeah. It's not really.
It's coming. It's coming. Here, you want to hold the boot and I'll get it?
Nope.
There she goes. Cool. All right, dude. So to get this throttle cable off, a lot of people have a little trouble with this because it's hard. They can't see in there, so they don't know what they're getting into, and I lost that forever. Move this up. Pull that out. Unscrew this from the carb. You're back in business. Remember, when you put your throttle cable back on this puppy, put it on first. Don't put the carb on thinking you're just gonna drop the throttle cable in, because you gotta take it back off to thread it in. This 30-some buck
Balls right here.
goes in this bowl. If you're doing a bunch of carburetors that are the same, you're gonna want to keep an eye on what you're doing there and make sure that you don't get them mixed up. Like if I had a couple CR250s, you don't want to mix them up because the jetting could be different, etc. Generally works better if you do it while it's on the machine. I'm not trying to get in the carburetor. Just getting these outsides clean. I'm gonna hit them with the pressure washer, dudes. I ain't even playing around today. Dudes, let's see what's in this 350X carb. Shall we? Oh, trying to get me stripping off. Not today. Oh, well that'll make one flood. When you take this overflow hose, which is right here, look at, guys, pretty funny. This overflow hose is supposed to let the carb overflow, but it's above the carb, so it'll never work. The carb, when it's sticking, will just fill all the way up and then dump out into the engine. Damn, that slide looks all fucking weird, but I don't know. We'll see. This right here though, boys, that was routed all wrong. That'll get your engine to flood if you have float problems. Here we go, guys. Screws out. Give her a little supported down here. I'm not showing y'all. Oh, okay, I can live with that. We riding today, boys. We riding today. So, guys, I went out to buy a 350X today, and that CR, that 350X was supposed to run and ride. He was surprised that it wouldn't run. I mean, we could have figured out why there, maybe. But what was I just telling you when we finished that CR car, Parker, about the float, right?
Yeah, with the core being up high.
I got the pin out. Look at this piece that it pushes in here is stuck, see? There, it just broke free. So no fuel could get past this. So you don't pass go, you don't collect $200, and you don't get to ride your 350X. That's the way she goes, boys. Sometimes she goes, another time she goes. Rocky, he's trying to get some brakes on this bad boy because we think we're going to win. We think we're going to actually run it. We're going to get the CR carb done. So, he's going to pull these screws out while I work. Then we're going to fill both these up. We're going to bleed them. Get up in there. Parker over there working some lines out. Some JoJo right here too. Some poured fluid, but nice. All right, hold it down. They're working pretty good. Let's keep going. We're gonna end up bleeding those to get the perfect stoppage. And this front one is down a little. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little more in it. So boys, here's where we're at on the 350X. Carb's pretty shot. Carb's pretty damn shot. We're gonna soak her overnight in this outside. And we are gonna get back to work on the CR and on this as well. We gotta bleed the brakes on it, do a few things. This carb's just in bad shape, dudes. So it's gonna have to wait. I'll let this degreaser do its thing for a second, and I'm gonna hit this bad boy with the pressure washer. Get it cleaned up. Got some parts in today, boys, and we're gonna get her going. I like this stuff pretty well. Gets engine grease good. It's not like gonna polish your chrome or nothing, but it will get all the grime off your valve covers, your motor. Usually I put an exhaust plug in the intake if I have the carburetor off. I don't even know where my exhaust plugs are right now, dude. Blake's always playing with them. I don't know what he does with them. But I went over there and looked, and I couldn't find any in a timely manner, so I made me one. I made it a man pond, and it should be good. Shout out Big Black. So, you get where a lot of this greasy shit is. So I don't know what the plan is on this three-wheeler as of yet. I really don't. I definitely have the brake parts en route, and the carb kit as well as the carburetor, because I don't know what I'm going to do if that other carb's even be worth trying to, salvage. I've got it in that bucket of gunk right over there. It's been in there for about 24 hours. So I'm going to get back to washing this thing, try and clean it up a little bit more, and we'll see what we got. So I got her stood up here, boys. I'm going to get all the chunks off of it, and then we're going to spray underneath it. I guess I can start with this front master, or I'm going to start with the carburetor, actually. So let's see if it's even going to work, because I'm still soaking that other one, dudes. So I gave the 350X carb a little time to do its thing and to learn better. So I put the bowl in there, getting these jets out. The bowl came pretty clean, boys. So we're gonna definitely do some manual cleaning on it. Somewhere in here, I got me a carburetor. I'm gonna try and grab it with these pliers, maybe. There we go. Now, I didn't take everything off of it because I knew I was gonna clean it again and put a new kit in it, and a lot of this stuff was just so stuck. So I'm going to clean this by hand, see where we're at, and I'll be right back. I soaked her in this at least 72 hours, guys. This carb, when I got it, had this cap over it. If we got to go back to that, we will, but it was missing the air fuel screw, I do believe. So I put one in it. Hopefully, she wants to run with this carburetor, dudes. We're about to find out. So I went through it as best I could. I blew through it as best I could. I soaked it in the gunk for daggone 3 days. It should be good to go. If you guys have never seen these, it's got a basket on it, like an ultrasonic cleaner, like a fryer or something. You just take that bad boy and put your little parts in it. So what I usually do, I put the jets and the carb internals in this, and then I just put the carb under it in the bucket. But if you try and put it all on top of that, it might not fit, depending on which carb you got. These are about 20 bucks at AutoZone. I was there one day, and I guess Gunk was rebranding everything, so I got 3 of them, and they were only 10 bucks each. So that's why I bought them. But I'm gonna throw this carb on here, the tank on here, see if she'll run, boys. See if she start up. So I went through the carb, changed the plug, phone's falling. Oh yeah, oh shit, turn the choke off. She sounded rich. Where's the choke? I'm looking for it. There it is. Got it off now. Great. I had the fucking Ranger holding it in its headlight, and I guess it said F me, right? Well, I'm gonna adjust the idle a little bit, but it looks like she'll run. I went through the carb, and I had a couple concerns. It was missing the damn air fuel screw, and I was hoping that if I put one on there it would help. Maybe I can adjust the idle barehanded. Oh yeah. So now I'm gonna jack with these brakes, put the plastic back on. Hell, might even ride it, guys. What the heck. Let's get some brakes on it real quick though. It is a 3-wheeler, and I do like my wheelies. So you know me, I jumped online, tried to find me some reasonable parts. Wouldn't you know, I find upon Amazon. You know what I mean? I find myself there on Amazon, and I don't know. I'm gonna go with this front master. I might swap the clutch lever. I haven't decided yet. If that don't get them brakes working, then we'll move on to the next piece. But I'm pretty justified. This is no good, boys. She looks all wore out and dirty. 0 brakes on her as of right now. Let's see if we got some headlights or not. Hell no. Unless the switch is funny. Oh, it is. Oh, we got headlights, boys. So it needs some work. It still has no brakes, but she's running. Probably use an exhaust gasket, maybe even a head gasket, who knows. I've already got the rear bearings for it, the rear brake, and a couple other parts. So there's a bearing, the dust seals. So we should be having this thing done in the next couple weeks, man, next week or so. Get it all cleaned up. Magic eraser, just dirty. That's all. It's been a few days, boys. Now I gotta go ride this sucker. 190 Shitster Pro. I'm cleaning the carburetor the right way, guys. The best way to do it is to ride it. Got metal all in my hands. I'm gonna have to wipe them off. For all you guys out there that don't like the Pitster Pro's throttle response, you should try warming it up. I just rode it around the block, maybe 2 miles. It's fine, just fine. So it ain't been running a while. Hey, you gotta do that. You gotta ride them every now and then. Save yourself some trouble. Here's how it is, boys. I got a new master up there on this thing, and I'm about to pull this, crack this bleeder. I got a new spark plug for it, the right one. I got it from a guy, he had the wrong one in it, and I didn't happen to have one here. And this one-man brake bleeder kit, I have one of these over here, but somehow got cracked. So I'm not too stoked about that, don't really want to talk about it. So I had to buy another one. They're $9 and they'll make your life a lot easier and they'll keep you from making a big old mess. So I'm gonna crack this open, get her set up and show you how to use this bad boy, dudes. It'll make your 3-wheelers a lot safer. And just because your brakes work don't mean they don't need bled. So guys, we got our fluid full up here. We've got decent pressure on this. It's blowing out through here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come down here, crack this open. And see here, I want to loosen it. Let me get this off of here, put it back on over the nut, bust her loose. There goes some fluid. Now gently pump her because I don't want it spilling up here. See them air bubbles? We'll work all that out. Now eventually this big air bubble is going to get into the bottle and then it'll start sucking fluid back in. See, now fluid's going back in. So I'm going to work this gently and make sure we don't run out up here for a minute. It's actually pretty satisfying, especially if you're trying to get your brakes working. But I'm getting a little low, but I just hold it. Now watch when I let go. Oh, look at all them air bubbles, boys, coming out of there. And I squeeze her gently again and let her go gently. Well, look at that, boy. I'm going to top this up. Well, it's our first signs of life as far as brakes go. We got them now, boys. Look at here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Perfect. Just need a little bleeding and a new cheapie up here. We're probably going to put the matching lever over here since they already got a Chinese one on it anyways. But right now, I'm going to change that spark plug. And let's get into the right one. DR8 ESL. All right, dudes. Old Chinese caliper. Same size brake pads as the 350X. Super close to the mount. We're talking like If I didn't want to thread it in, I could definitely make the mounts work. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull these pads out of this sucker, put them on here. This old caliper had a badly stripped out bleeder. So I was able to get it out once I got the brake line out of the way. Put the bleeder in from this China one. Then we're going to swap the pads, throw this 350X brake back on, and we should be in business once we bleed them. Well, I threw this clutch lever on just for fun. The front brake master was no good. The pair came for like 30 bucks. Might as well get them. Bled the front brakes, they work now. The rear brake, I ordered a Chinese pumper. Basically what I needed was a reservoir, but if this would have worked, I would have used it. It didn't work, so I used the reservoir. Also, ordered a Chinese caliper because brake pads are the same part number. And I could have made this work. It was off by about this side, you know, one way or the other. I could have definitely made it work, but I just decided that I'll save the pads for when I need them, and I took the banjo bolt out in the new washers to use it, and I took the bleeder out because the bleeder was completely stripped on this thing. So now we have back brakes as well. I just use the bleeder out of it and the banjo bolt, and if I need the pads here in a while, then I'll use them. And I use the overflow bottle there, or the reservoir bottle. So as she starts and runs, I went ahead and put some air in the front forks, and now they're a lot stiffer. It also shot up about 2 inches in height, and she runs. So I'm gonna ride it. Wife's making me some stickers for it. I'm gonna ride it here in a little while. She's gonna make me some new stickers. We're gonna slap them on. I got a black front fender for it. I know everybody's gonna puke, but I don't want to see this. So I'm gonna put the black front fender on it. We're gonna let her rip, dudes. And I'm gonna be done with it. And somebody needs to buy it. She rips. Damn. It's running pretty damn good, boys. All right, dude's wife made some graphics for it. It's raining pretty good outside. Check her out. Got a nice little rain. We needed it. Raining pretty good. Hard to tell, but it is. Definitely. Getting her done right here. Gonna get these old graphics off, clean this thing up a bit, give it a great washing. I got me a magic eraser, try and get a lot of the stains off of it, boys. And put the graphics on it and list it. Well, we gave her a good wash. See all these stains? Won't come off, this black stuff, these boot marks down here. These old graphic shadows. This big old chunk of glue adhesive. One magic eraser should take care of all that, boys. You got a couple stains on here that don't want to come off on the tank. Look at that. Comes right off. Got a couple big ones like right here. Look at that boot rub. Power washer won't do nothing about it. It's gone. This whole back end. Get her scrubbing in there. Get all these little stains off before we put our new graphics on it. We're gonna make this sucker look halfway decent. See them big old scratches? It's hard to see them. All this down here, it won't come up. Okay. It doesn't necessarily take the scratch off. It gets all the fucking dirt out of the scratch. So that then the scratch is the same color as the plastic at least. Let's get down in there, boys. Don't be afraid to get up in there. That's what a lot of y'all's problem is. Won't get up in there, dudes. You need to get up in there more. Ask her, she'll tell you. You get up, you fucking get up in there. So, there's a couple up here on the front that I'm not really liking. I'm gonna rinse it. It smells like lavender, unfortunately, because this one's a lavender one. They also have some that are bleach flavored. Now they got bleach in them. And for this type of stuff, this white fenders, it really does work good. I don't know how they got boot marks on the front fender. Won't come off with the power washer. I'm gonna have to support it from underneath a little bit. But as you can see, they all come right off, man. I'm gonna have to hold the bottom of the fender as I scrub. You gotta get up in there, dude. Well, dude, she's done. There you go. Runs pretty good. It's nowhere near perfect, but she's done. Check out the graphics by my wife at Time Machines. Do your wives even love you? Does your wife even love you? Does she want you to have more three-wheelers and make more money? Then why the hell don't she make you the stickers, man? Woo! Give you a little breakdown on this one. Some swing arm bearings, some new graphics. Soaked the car for about 3 or 4 days, rebuilt it. Had to pretty much put a jet kit in it and a couple other things because it was missing the air fuel screw. Had a rubber cap over it. At least they identified the air leak, but they didn't stop. They didn't do it any favors, so that's why it was hard to start. We got this 85 350X, guys. We put a front master on it, put a clutch lever on it, bled the front brakes, bled the back brakes, put a new bleeder on this caliper and a couple other things back here, and she's ready to rip. The bike starts right up, idles, pulls hard. So I rode it a little bit yesterday. I got some GoPro footage. Sorry I couldn't get you guys more. It's actually raining. I'm proud of it right now. I'm super proud of this rain. Look how proud I am. I'm proud of this rain. We needed it. Boys, we needed it. So I'm glad we're getting it. I appreciate you guys. Be sure and like and subscribe. Get up in there. We got 3 or 4 more videos coming here pretty quick. So tomorrow there should be another one. The next day too, we got a Ranger 1000 crew review. What was the other one? We got a Raven MPV video coming up and a couple other machines. So you boys be sure and get up in there, like and subscribe. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments. If you want to buy this 350X, hit me up. Appreciate you, dudes. It's going for sale as soon as I get in the house. I don't know if they make the Clark tank anymore for the 350X, but I bought one for my Big Red, and I'm going to tell you why. You guys want to do yourselves a favor, and you're a 3-wheeler rider. We know you are. That's a metal tank. This bad boy's plastic. That was only about 130 bucks. I sold the original tank for 375. I would have ended up denting the tank or Blake or somebody. But the point is, if you're gonna ride these puppies, and you can, get you one of these plastic tanks, man. Put that metal one on the sideline, keep it nice. Do yourself a favor. You won't be having dirty fuel filters, nasty petcock, stuff like that, guys. So, appreciate you, boys. Lots more to come.